Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, we're on location at Pittsburgh International Airport, a facility that's been flying higher in recent years with new service and a planned big new investment. We'll find out about the business case behind a proposed billion-dollar investment in a new terminal and how the airport is partnering with other organizations in the region to provide lost and surplus medical equipment to people in need. But first, the blockbuster announcement. British Airways planning to start service between Pittsburgh and London in April. It is a deal that has been years in the making. Simon Brooks is Senior Vice President for North America with British Airways, and Christina Cassotis is back with us. She's President and CEO of the Allegheny County Airport Authority, which operates Pittsburgh International. And welcome to you, and thanks to you for hosting us today.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me, Bill.
Yeah, Christina, this is a big day for Pittsburgh and for this airport.
It is. It's a big day for the whole community. We're thrilled at the airport, but really the region should be very proud of itself that we are back on the radar screen for British Airways and that they picked us for Heathrow. This is a wonderful feather in our cap, and they'll come back to a community that's far different than when they left in 1999.
Well, it's hard to believe. It's been 20 years since we've had nonstop to London, and I actually covered the original flight to Heathrow back in '86, which was a long time ago. Why now, Simon? Why does it make sense for British Airways to re-enter the Pittsburgh market?
This is a really significant day for us. We've been talking to Christina and the team for years now, and we believe that now is the time to come back to Pittsburgh for so many reasons, Bill. From a core corporate partnership level, both big business but small to medium startups. We're working already with many of the tech industry companies in Pittsburgh and the surrounding area. So from a core corporate perspective, we believe the time is right. Just watching the sustained growth of Pittsburgh over the last few years, we know we're making the right decision today.
And Christina, this has really been a team effort for the community in so many ways. And as Simon mentioned, it's been 3 years in the making. How important has that been to being able to get to this point?
Oh, I think it's incredibly important. British Airways can put that 787 anywhere they want, right? There's no shortage of airports putting their hand up saying, please pick me. So in order for us to distinguish ourselves and offer them a reason to come here, we really have to point out the strengths of this market. And frankly, the airport speaking by itself is not enough, because they're going to assume that our runways are plowed and the gates work, right? So they really need to see that the people getting on the plane, the market itself, the business community, the leisure community is here, it's growing, it's solid, and it's ready. So it has really been a very dedicated and consistent effort in partnership with several organizations and people in this community that's allowed this to happen.
Yeah, Simon, tell me a little bit about the flight itself.
Sure. We're starting early April the 2nd. It's going to be 4 times a week. We're bringing a beautiful new aeroplane here, a Boeing 787 Dreamliner. 3 classes of service, so we really do have something for everyone. We've got 35 flatbeds in our business class. There's a premium economy cabin and a main coach cabin as well. So really something for every type of traveler.
And we're all going to be working very hard to get that to be daily service, right? I mean, that's your goal, it's our goal as well. And as the market proves itself, BA will be looking for when that right moment is to add more frequency each week. But it's better for them to be flying daily, and it's better for the market here.
Well, and that's what I wondered. Why 4 days to start?
You need to be measured in these decisions. Airlines are often scared of their own shadow making these decisions. So I think today's fantastic. It's just the start. But let's be pragmatic about it and be measured in the approach. But 4 a week can be just the beginning. And I think as we build together, you know, you're quite right. A daily service is actually more economical for us in the long term. But we just want to do things in the right speed.
And you know, Bill, I'll say, and BA has been very candid about the strength of our business market and their confidence in that. But we have some work to do in demonstrating that Pittsburgh is a good leisure destination for folks in the UK and Europe. And that's why it's going to be very important for us to be over there marketing this community to let people know this is a good 3-day, 4-day city break. There's so much to discover, and probably you don't know Pittsburgh like you think you do. So as more people have an interest in Pittsburgh, that will also help BA's decision.
I think what is a great starting place for us, we talk about visitors, friends and relatives. There are many, and the data has led us to this decision today as well. We know that there are many family members and friendships across the pond that we can facilitate travel for those people as well.
Christina, I know in the past when we've landed a new air service, and you've had incredible success in the last few years, whether it's Iceland or Paris or Germany, the airport has had to provide incentives. Are there incentives at play in this case?
Yeah, there are always incentives, and I'll say that we feel very comfortable putting skin in the game. The airlines at this day and age, they want to know that the community is as committed to making the service succeed as they are. It's an incredible investment. $50 million a year to fly that plane into a market like this. So our incentive is never going to be the deciding factor, but it does demonstrate the market's commitment, and we have done that in a way that is consistent with what other communities have done with British Airways that have secured service. So we're very comfortable with what we've offered. We know that the return will come back manyfold to the region, and we see that as our job as an airport to make the right investments in the right service that will sustain itself and will grow over time. So BA was just a logical and target for us, and we're thrilled that it's worked out.
Well, I had an opportunity to talk with Stephanie Pashman, the CEO of the Allegheny Conference, before we sat down about the importance of this to the business community here in Pittsburgh. Here's what she had to say.
Well, I think this is just another announcement in this series of incredible examples of how Pittsburgh is so much on the rise and on the map, and also on the minds of significant companies, both overseas and within the United States, around how we are growing our business community and our economic development play that can even expand even more.
So, Simon, what's next? Can people start buying tickets on your flight already?
How fantastic is that? From today, you're on BA.com and all of our travel agency partners. You can now book flights from Pittsburgh to London, flight of just over 8 hours, and go online and book your flights now.
Okay, and I assume we'll be seeing more of you over the next 6 to 9
I can't wait. They've only allowed me here 24 hours, so I'm looking forward to coming back, hopefully for a longer conversation.
All right, well, we hope so too. Simon Brooks, Senior Vice President for North America for British Airways, Christina Cassotis, CEO of the Allegheny County Airport Authority. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Well, next up, the business case for a proposed $1 billion investment in a new terminal here at Pittsburgh International Airport. We'll be right back right after this. Stay with us.